It's breaking news overnight. After being fired from OpenAI on Friday, Sam Altman has a new gig now with Microsoft. Steve Kovach joins us with the latest twists and turns in this ongoing saga.
Yeah, twists and turns is an understatement, Andrew. So look, ousted OpenAI CEO Sam Altman is not going to be returning to the company following that drama-filled weekend that rocked Silicon Valley and put Microsoft's leadership in AI at risk. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella announcing early this morning Altman will join Microsoft as the head of a new AI research division, along with Greg Brockman, an OpenAI co-founder and former board member who quit in solidarity with Altman back on Friday. On the OpenAI side, the startup has its third leader since Friday. Board named Emmett Shear, most recently CEO of Twitch, as interim CEO. He's replacing Mira Murati, OpenAI's CTO, who was named interim CEO after Altman's firing on Friday. She's reportedly staying at the startup for now, but there's some questions about that. So look, how did we get here? After that shock firing on Friday, blowback coming out from investors, including Microsoft, which owns a big stake it bought in a deal worth $10 billion. Those investors pushed for Altman's reinstatement, with Nadella taking a key role in the negotiations, but OpenAI board refused to restructure itself as Altman demanded as a condition of his return. And instead of losing Altman and Brockman if they started a new AI startup, Microsoft brought them in-house. Now, it's still unclear what this means for OpenAI and the relationship with Microsoft. Microsoft relies on OpenAI technology for its own AI products. Trouble at OpenAI could limit Microsoft's ability to push out new features and stay ahead of Google and others in this AI race. And it's going to take time for Altman to build a team at Microsoft, focused still on OpenAI getting its house in order. I will say for now, guys, Microsoft is standing with its relationship with OpenAI, saying they support this new interim CEO. But look, it's bringing Altman in is kind of a signal that they may be ready to just push him aside and say no more drama. It's a wild story, guys.
I'm trying to just understand this, though. How is everyone going to get along? What kind of IP does OpenAI have that may be in the heads of or not of Sam Altman and Greg Brockman and the rest of that team? Is that replicatable in your mind? And in this sort of race between Microsoft and Google and Inflection and Anthropic, how does this change things?
Well, replicatable is a pretty easy answer to go at. I mean, look how quickly Google and Facebook were able to push out similar technologies. I'm sure there was some work being done in Microsoft to do that. As far as like IP and things like that, I'm sure that they can work around that without touching it. But I'd also point to Emmett Shear and this new interim CEO they chose to lead the company. He's talked very skeptically about AI and talking about, you know, these doom and gloom scenarios that we keep hearing so many CEOs talk about. So he seems to be less on the commercial side, at least, than Sam Altman was. And so that's going to be an interesting dynamic also going forward with this relationship between Microsoft and OpenAI.
Here's my question on this, Steve.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, Becky.
Just really quickly. Okay, sorry. Just really quickly. Here's my question on this. Did Microsoft spend $13 billion to basically get an option to hire half of the company?
That's what it feels like now, doesn't it?
It's really weird. But then Kara Swisher is doing some reporting on this and says that, remember, if OpenAI does not meet the terms of the contract, it can walk, which I think she means Microsoft can walk. So did they not actually spend $13 billion?
They haven't spent all the money. So, and it's not just cash either. There's things like it's a deal valued at that much, but they're doing things like cloud credits, for example, for OpenAI that might, you know, get to that $10 billion valuation. Again, we don't know the details of this, but there are certain milestones and things like that they have to reach in order to lure more investment from Microsoft. So it's very feasible. I mean, we don't know for sure, but it's feasible. You can imagine a scenario where Microsoft says, okay, we've gone as far as we can with this relationship. We're moving it all in-house. But for now, all these products we keep hearing Microsoft talk about, they're built on OpenAI. They rely on OpenAI. With all this turmoil, you start to question, can they move as quickly as maybe they were planning to? Does their 2024 product roadmap look the same as it did just 4 or 5 days ago? Probably not with all this turmoil going on. On the other hand, how many people are going to leave OpenAI, join Microsoft, or start their own thing? These are the most hireable people in technology in Silicon Valley right now.
Trying to hire
Google's got to be, I'm sure, and we heard stories over the weekend. Everyone's phones ringing off the hook saying, come join us, come join us. There's a lot more competition right now. And look, OpenAI, I can't stress how important this is. OpenAI was the leader of this entire AI revolution we've been talking about for the last 365 days, and now they're in turmoil.
But here's the other question. Should we be worried? And when I say should we be worried, clearly there were people at OpenAI who thought that this was going too fast. And Sam Altman recently said, I think even in the past couple of weeks, that there was a step change in terms of where they were and where they are all of a sudden that I'm not sure the public, all of us, have even had an opportunity to see. And so I wonder about just, again, this goes to a larger question. Elon Musk has raised questions about the dangers of AI, where you have a group of people who clearly want to move very, 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 very fast. Microsoft, obviously, as well. And here we are in this other place. One other piece is, in the Microsoft contract, they do not have access to what's called AGI,
right.
Artificial General Intelligence. So if, in fact, OpenAI has actually got into AGI or anything close to AGI, potentially, it wouldn't go to Microsoft anyway.
Yeah, and that was always from the beginning. But I mean, there's a lot to unpack here, and it's, the question really comes down to the board. If they did have these concerns, and they keep saying, the statements we are getting from the board and other executives, that Altman didn't do anything wrong. There's no malfeasance. He wasn't like stealing from the company or anything like that. And instead of, talking to him about it, it sounds like they just made this idea for a coup and let's just get rid of him without having a conversation about it.
Well, it was 4 of 6 board members.
It's 4 of 6 board members.
It's got to scare every founder in Silicon Valley and beyond at this point. What do you do with the board? And the idea of saying, okay, I'm going to be altruistic and not take shares in a company, this has to make you rethink that too, because you probably want not only shares, you want a system set up where you have the votes.
Right. Altman had no power.
Have something like this
and it's the complete opposite of what you see at Meta and with Mark Zuckerberg, complete control. This special class of voting shares. You see it at Alphabet with the founders. You see that all across Silicon Valley. Sam Altman had no stake in the company.
It's worth pointing out this was a not-for-profit originally founded by
that's the other part too.
by more than half a dozen people. So that's the other thing. It's not like this was Sam Altman's company from the get-go. He was never the founder.
I think into that relationship with Microsoft.
I mean, he was a founder, I should say, but one of many.
So why take all that money from Microsoft if the missions aren't aligned, which they clearly don't think they are? So that's another issue here. Why even start that relationship with Microsoft in the first place?
Well, the reason why they did the relationship was they needed the money and they needed access to the servers and the chips. That's what this was all about. They needed to train their stuff.
Now they don't want it.